last we left off, um, we executed our very, very well thought out plan to somehow get Adam Boltrey away from Miss Loretta, as they went on a little date, if you will, with their friends to Timer's Tavern. Um, of which Tanji and Maeve clocked that this Vulture guy, even though he's an asshole, he seems maybe just a little genuine in his pursuits with Loretta. But while that was happening, we had a panicked Fellken running to Matthew, trying to spill the beans about the whole thing. We fast forward just a little bit. Everyone managed to evade telling Matthew about Adam and Loretta, given their circumstances. You guys had a little dinner, had some Sirash soup, and before the next morning, where you met with the mayor, got introduced to your new uniforms, which you now have concept art for, and the princess escorted you to the shores of Corvale University to take the current roads over to the kingdom of Yoria. Getting used to your new merfolk bodies, as it was pretty jarring for some of you, traveling there with ease. You were introduced to the kingdom in all of its glory, a whole new people, community, and culture. Um, yeah, and then we met up with the king and queen of the kingdom of Yoria, of whom introduced themselves and let you in on some of the secrets that were left out in the original tale of the Princess Reyla incident. And so, basically, what you are now tasked to do is to go and see the oracles, for they are able to tell you how to start on your journey to look for the rest of the crown pieces in order to stop, presumably, Aleena from doing whatever she wants to do. So, right now, you are all in the throne room, where Nazu, the royal advisor, had just informed you that he will be able to get you an escort before you all leave. Um, all of you are in the throne room. The king, queen, and princess have swam off. Meanwhile, Adonis, the eldest, is still there with you, as he just stands there, kind of been eavesdropping this entire time, observing you all. You are free to do whatever you'd like before you have to go on your way.
Adonis is also, from our understanding, the one who would inherit the throne.
He is the eldest. Yeah, he's technically all of them are heirs to the throne, but
Yeah, he would be the first in line.
yeah.
Okay, that's why he was present here, I believe, for this, correct?
hmm
Okay.
Michael. Sorry, my dog's going crazy.
So the royals aren't in the room with us? Or
Adonis
I know
is.
Adonis.
Only Adonis. Everyone else has swam off, so you guys are just in the throne room.
Okay. I'm gonna lean over to Meg and say, how much do you think they're not telling?
Can you repeat that?
How much do you think they're not telling us? But she's trying to whisper.
Plenty, I'm sure. It might be a good idea to talk to the young heir over there, Adonis, and see if there's more he can tell us about his old caretaker.
You may want to do that. I don't think that's the most charismatic.
Fair enough. Kahdani,
Yes.
would you like to come with me?
Sure.
Okay. Gonna go over to Adonis.
Okay. He's just been standing by his father's throne, or not standing, but hovering by his father's throne. This big, curly, long nest of hair, kind of like mine, just floating. He looks pretty majestic.
It's a heavy burden you'll have to carry one day.
Actually, I'm quite honored to fulfill the position. Father always told me that I would be a good fit. And I intend to uphold that.
You care very much for your people, then?
They are my duty, my responsibility.
Were you close with your old caretaker, Aleena?
There's a bit of a hesitation when you say that. He shakes his head and he goes, it was a long time ago, and during that time, I spent most of it training with my father.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Alright. How much do I trust roll 20 this afternoon? Hold on, let me see. 11.
You've noticed that as you guys have come up to talk to him, he seldom makes eye contact or really turns his body towards you, which you don't really know. It's sort of mixed signals.
Kind of like he's being friendly, but the body language is kind of closing off.
Yeah, he's being cordial.
Well, in any case, I am sorry to bring this news to you.
It's good practice. If I'm to take the throne one day, I will need to keep a level head in situations like this. But yes, it is very worrying.
What is worrying exactly? The situation or our presence?
Father does to make a decision if he doesn't need to. He believes in flexibility and gray matter. Especially when it comes to what his people are able to do. Our ability to walk on land has been stripped for a reason. But as far as his own children, that's still... the jury's out. And what good am I if I am not able to work in my full potential?
Is there anything you're not telling us about Aleena or the situation at large? Anything that might help us help your people? I know you care greatly for them.
Anything at all. Anything can be of help. Anything you know of her, or anything you can tell us of her.
Perhaps a past altercation or conversation you overheard that you might think was insignificant at the time.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Try it on the
Which
new
one?
dice. Yeah, can we do it together?
Yeah.
Alright. Persuasion.
Nat 1.
That is going to be, so that's a 6. I'm going to treat that as a 10 per the Silver Tongue class for her bard. So that is 10 plus 10, 20. Dirty 20.
That's why I brought you.
Aleena was always a very kind woman. As you can imagine, this was a shock when we found out of her crime. She knew it well. However, her kindness was no use when it came to the lack of niceties in the academic settings. There were a few times where I walked in on her crying, caring for my younger siblings. I never asked the reason. She always took care of us after her academic responsibilities. Perhaps she wasn't treated very fairly. And I don't recall her having any friends really here in Yoria. She's a bit peculiar given her power. She had the means to have people who like her, but she never did.
Why do you think she didn't use it for that manner?
I've had my fair share of intimidation, given my status. And sometimes you don't want people to have to feel forced to like you. It should come naturally.
Have them like you for who you are rather than what you can do.
Precisely.
I can understand.
Kahdani, do you have any other questions?
Nothing I can think of at the moment.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Anything I can do to help. Hey. He nods your head at the good effort at their salutations.
I'm almost knocked my water bottle off doing that.
Is there anything else that you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, or?
Do we anticipate any struggle? Getting to the location, I mean.
We will be escorted, so I assume not so much. I doubt that our arrival has been notified by the entire city, so I doubt we will be target of anyone in this location. But, as anything, be prepared for the worst.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Does that mean I can put on the brass knuckles or not now?
Maybe not.
Certainly.
No, go on, go on.
Whatever makes you feel most comfortable right now, Fellken.
That's a better answer.
Perhaps when we go outside of this throne room, to be ideal.
But perhaps within the city limits, it might be a bit intimidating for the people.
That is true.
Certainly.
That's my best feature.
And we love you for that. Not now.
I just don't think I would like to go to fish prison.
I'd like to see them try to keep us here. We drown, and they're not allowed to harm us. As them, but you fucking know what I mean.
Maybe let's not test the limits of their kindness.
Don't know if I want to rely on diplomacy.
Yeah.
I would like to avoid risking any sort of imprisonment, knowing that we are on such short time limit of being able to breed here.
Well,
Breathe?
breathe.
Breathe.
Oh, I was like, what?
Me.
Breathe.
Thank you, everyone. Jesus Christ.
I'm
It's
sorry.
gonna be one of those nights.
It really is.
But
I genuinely heard that. I didn't mean to.
My own
Breed? Perhaps in the interest of time, we should get a move on then.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are the ones concerned about getting back to land in time, so we can do it quickly and get it over with.
I simply don't wish to drown.
We're not gonna
Ow.
drown.
I want my legs back. I also want to punch Matthew. The sooner we touch land, the sooner I can do that.
Thank you for the reminder.
Sure.
I forgot about that.
Sir Nazu, when could we expect this escort to arrive?
Nazu is very efficient. He should be here any moment.
Oh, he's not there. My bad. It's not them.
Who are you talking to, Matthew?
I had forgotten.
That's a
that
piece
he
of
had already
coral.
left.
That's in the
Blend
little
so
right.
much.
Fish for brains.
There's so much in their
Man, this
environment.
tail's really getting to you.
Lack of oxygen does things to a man, I'm sure.
Certainly does.
Well, mine is cool.
I'm glad one of us is enjoying it. Kitty.
I see a catfish.
Oh, that was pretty good.
So after a few minutes of waiting, the seahorse Nazu comes bobbing back in. All right, well, the escort is waiting for you outside the palace. I shall escort you there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lead on.
Okay, so he turns around, starts bobbing towards the exit, which was previously the entrance to come into the throne room. And as you guys are swimming past, again, servants and random fish kind of swimming around you, not really paying attention to you. Everyone make a perception check.
Perception. Alright.
Oh, I'm scared now.
Alright, I'm gonna roll with an actual dice on this one.
24.
Perception.
12.
Where the fuck is that? There it is. 14, 16.
22.
12.
11.
Okay, so anyone who got above a 15. Well, anyone who got below that, your ears are still kind of adjusting. You still are a little overwhelmed with the constant boom, 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 boom of the water just like crushing in on your ears. However, the rest of you hear that just down a hall, you hear the echo of what seems like people raising their voice. Two different voices.
Should we be concerned about that?
Do the voice sound like to be voice that we've heard so far from either of the royal family member?
Yes, you recognize the princess's voice for sure.
It would seem that the princess might be having a rough reunion with her family member.
Should we check in on her?
I mean, it is a family matter, and she did make harsh decisions.
It
From
might be
this
risky.
distance,
Might be risky. We are not in our home right now. We are guests here, and anything that could be against us will be used. He'll
how
stop.
would
He'll stop or lower himself towards Maeveryn, or like just to be in the same pace, and whisper, "How confident are you to be able to go see it and report to it?" Then go on.
Anyone else trying to eavesdrop?
Fellken's
Listen,
blissfully unaware.
This is the one thing a rogue can do. Please. God.
yeah,
Please do it.
Kahdani's gonna use message, and she's gonna message Maeve. If you need to go at a little bit more of a distance to be able to sneak up on them, I can keep you updated as to where we're going, and we can just pretend maybe you got lost.
Can I reply back via message?
Let's see here.
yes.
Yes. They can hear the message and reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Sounds good. Keep them distracted. Alright. Should I roll stealth?
So Zazu, can
Yes.
you tell me a bit about this architecture? Like, what is it built out of?
Well, the architecture is built out of the natural geography of the ocean floor. You see, and he
Wow.
starts going on and on about the history of how this was all built centuries ago. What did you roll?
18.
18. Tanji, you're not going?
No, I am leaving the road to this one.
Okay. So you're able to, kind of shimmy your way a little closer. And you start hearing the voice a little more clearer. And the other voice that is in this room, you assume, is the queen. But they're not quite speaking your language.
Is there anything I can pick up? Or even tone, perhaps?
You can definitely hear that the princess is very aggravated about something, almost like in that kind of stereotypical whiny teenager, like why, like, oh my god, like my life is terrible kind of thing, while her mother is speaking calmly but seemingly interrupting and interjecting whatever the princess is saying, sort of like a, what's that, consoling way. And then in the middle of this back and forth, the princess just goes, I just don't know why you didn't tell us about any of this, mother. We're his children. We're the royal family too. Aren't we supposed to have this great responsibility, this great duty to our people, and we don't even know what actually happened? And the queen goes, my daughter, he is only trying to protect you. He's only ever tried to do that. Your father has a great responsibility on his hands, being the king of this community. He was only trying to help, and I know you want to go, but going out there, I just don't know. It is very dangerous. And then you hear the princess kind of let out an exasperated sigh and go, I don't even know what I did for him not to trust me. You know me. You both know me. And my dream isn't just to stay here and to be locked away in this kingdom. For what? To sit here and look pretty? We all know Adonis is gonna take the throne anyway. When I was on the surface, the land dwellers are not bad. I saw so many amazing things. I went to a ball. I met someone. And I just don't know why he wants to keep me locked here. And then you hear the queen switch back into that language you can assume is Aquan. And then there's silence after that.
I'm gonna quietly slip back to the group and go back to Matthew.
Okay.
Nothing.
A stealth check.
Ah!
You got this.
Okay, math time. Where's my soul? 17?
Oh, so swiftly avoiding all the servants carrying very large and loud things on their trays, you're able to slip back without Nazu noticing.
Thank God.
And you see, that's how we have these glorious pearl ceilings up here.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
I love
Those are all like
pearl.
real girls. Oh,
They are real pearls from the clams of the north. Very expensive, very, very time consuming to do.
I can imagine. Pearls take a long time to form, don't they?
Very long time, so they're very expensive.
Well, that was mighty informative, but perhaps we best get outside. Don't want to keep them waiting.
Certainly, I'm sure we'll have plenty of time later on to have a proper indication of your people and their way.
And pearls.
But yes, the king and queen take much pride in this kingdom. And so them having to entrust in you means that desperate times calls for desperate measures. But on we go. He says as he's just bobbing ahead.
Falcon looked a little offended that they're desperate measures.
Yeah, that was a free shot. Goddamn. Very fair though.
So you guys finally reach the outside of the palace, and he takes you around back where they keep much larger seahorses. These ones cannot talk, but they are armored and are also saddled up, and there is a merfolk waiting there for you at a harpoon at their side, having this very beautiful like cerulean skin, long dark blue hair, and these piercing green eyes, and the spiky ears. As he bows his head to all of you, this is your escort to the oracles. He is instructed to keep you safe in any harm's way, although we do not anticipate that.
Question. How they're saddled?
Mhm.
How do saddle work if we don't have leg to go across it?
Well, not every merfolk has a tail.
Oh.
Kind of like how Kahdani has flippers, and
Okay.
Fellken has flippers. Kahdani has tentacles. Sorry.
And side
okay.
saddle's a
Also
thing
consi-
too.
Exactly. I was just about to say
Yeah, girl, yay!
Mhm. Okay. I wasn't sure if it
Favorable,
applied
black
to
captain.
these ruling applied also to every merfolk, or if they were more fish-like. Makes sense. Cool.
My name is Archray, and I am forever in your protection.
Pleasure to meet you, Archray.
I suppose we all should introduce ourselves. I'm Maeveryn.
Matthew.
Tanji.
Fellken and the brass knuckles go on now that they're outside.
Well, on your way then. You do not have to check in with the king and queen if you don't want to. However, they would probably appreciate it. If not, the Fenweed does not last very long. That's all right. I suppose you could just throw us a pigeon.
Sounds good.
We'll check in if possible.
All right. Toodaloo. And
Have a
he
good
bobs
day.
away.
Thank you for the architecture lesson.
He does not respond back.
Before saddling up, Matthew will go nearby Maeveryn upon having returned. What have you concluded from your part?
Not much. Most of what they were saying was in Aquien. Is that what it was?
Aquin, yeah.
Aquin. It was the princess and her mother, the queen. The princess was upset that her father didn't tell them all about this, I suppose, and that the royal children can't take on more responsibility. And her mother was explaining that her father's just trying to protect them and the whole community. The princess was upset that she couldn't come with us as well, and her mother said it was too dangerous. The princess also mentioned that the land dwellers aren't all bad, and that she met someone. But that was the extent of what I could gather from the conversation before they switched back into Aquin.
Let's see.
I was not
Very
caught.
well done. Very well done.
Thank you. We should get to move on.
Absolutely. So, could you please guide us in that case?
Of course. Our journey to the Oracle should take no longer than. How do I say this in land weather? 40 minutes?
Sounds
What
good.
other use of unit do you use?
Well, the passage of time is not much of a concept here. Us sea folk really only judge time by light and dark.
I see.
As Tanji would know as well.
Yeah, I knew that.
The confidence.
I knew that. Get together, Matthew. Let's go.
Okay. So you all start going. You're traveling for a bit. And the escort is pretty quiet. He doesn't really say much other than watch your tail there or something like that. Any obstructions in your pathway. As he then starts to make a little bit of a small talk. Pardon my potential ignorance, but I did hear that land dwellers like to eat, see, life. Is that true?
Certainly is the case. Many of us will eat from a selection of creatures from the sea and both from the land. Most of us are omnivore.
But is very diverse and it depends on what area you're in.
Mm-hmm.
The land dwellers do like to conquer all.
Some more than others. Looking at Matthew.
It certainly is the case.
Not all do. Some prefer not to eat fish. Some eat only fish.
Some eat only plants.
Exactly.
I see. I guess it's not too different from down here.
I would like to ask, if not inappropriate also, do you people not eat from other fishes?
No. Most merfolk they are only plant eaters, harvests from sea life, not sea life necessarily. Unless there is an abundance, like the krill. But other than that, it's very, very leafy.
I see.
Do you have any other questions about land dwellers that we could answer to ease your mind about traveling with us?
My concern usually isn't on land dwellers, as I never attended my academics on land. I guess that was the only curiosity I had. It's what I often look forward to. Substance.
What is your academics under the sea like? Under the sea.
Glad someone got the two.
Yeah, I just see Michael just burst out.
Well, depending on your species, you start school around the age of 3 or 4, learning the basics of the Aquan language, spoken and written. And then we stop around the age of 17 to 18, learning many things. And we learn based on trade what we most aspire to do with the rest of our lives. Some, like me, prefer to be warriors and fighters and guards, while others prefer to indulge in cosmetic changes, such as Sephora. My sister works there.
As a guard, a person of combat, do you see many conflict happening during your... Have you seen any conflict during your time? I take it that there isn't any other kingdom of the merfolk in any nearby region, correct?
There are other kingdoms. Kingdoms of the other 3 seas of this world. As far as I know, we have always lived in harmony.
Until the Fire Nation attacked.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Damn it.
The Fire Nation is just a land.
Have you seen any of the other kingdoms?
Oh. I have not traveled outside of my own. However, I have seen other royals who have visited for higher up matters, but I'm not to worry myself with those.
I have a question about your training, if I may. I'm aware that merfolk are not to harm other merfolk or sea creatures, correct?
That is correct.
So how does your training work? No sparring? And what happens if you do get into an altercation? If, say, Sirens attacked, how would you handle it?
Training for warrior, soldier, or guard is not what most would assume. There's a lot of centering, there's a lot of inner work and soul searching to do. Why do we feel the need to harm that of which is also alive? Of course, realistically, it is inevitable that those that are alive may have tendencies or impulses or the need to harm. But we don't believe in dishing out what it is received. We believe in deflecting, defense. We are not allowed to take another life, but we are duly obligated to protect our own.
If I may, you say, don't dish out what you receive. Yes?
Yes,
You must not have received a lot. And I am very glad for that for you. But there are bad things in this world, and not all of them are prophesized. They can come from anywhere and anyone. And try as you may to avoid them, I promise you, they will find you. And this is not a threat. And they may not come from us. We only want to help. But you will be surprised. And she goes
we
quiet. Sorry.
we are aware of these threats. And I guess that is just how our people grew up to believe. That does not mean that everyone in the kingdom abides by it or believes in it, but it is our law.
So should your people be attacked, you would do your best to defend, but if you cannot outlast your enemy, what then?
May Unal protect us.
What would happen if I asked you, like, to punch me? Would you get in trouble if you did? Like, what if...
No, we are just
Right.
not allowed to take another life. Arming, at least
Oh,
with
okay.
malintent, is very looked down upon. I feel there is a miscommunication. If it is for the greater good, then there won't be as much consequence. But it is if it is out of malice, revenge, or the moons forbid, murderous intent, we do not tolerate that.
Because, like, I have siblings, right? And I love them to death. But I have 100% punched my brother in the face out of malice before.
Well, who hasn't?
Okay, so...
So intent is the key portion here.
Yes, especially when it comes to political or war, battle.
Do you people have reliable ways to identify the I lost the word.
Intent?
Yes, thank you. The intent of one individual who has struck such a blow dealt in death.
Yes, like for example, if I were to kill Matthew here and I claimed it was in self-defense, how would you know if you weren't there?
I would like to know too.
Hypothetically.
Well, why are you killing? Did he actually mean to intend you harm and murder for no reason? Was it because he did something terrible to you or your family? Was it because of your own personal gain? Merfolk who harm out of malintent are tried and are given an opportunity to explain themselves.
So if he, let's say, attacked my mother, and maybe my aunt, and I killed him for that, it would be a different consequence if I were just to kill him for fun. Hypothetically.
Fighting evil with evil only creates more evil. It is simple math. What happens in the past does not define who we are.
One could argue the contrary.
I would agree with that.
The relief of taking evil out of this world might be more important.
Mia,
Yes?
with such a specific depiction of action, do I recall any of this past of Matthew?
If do you feel like you would pick up on that? Do you feel like
Absolutely.
Matthew? Okay, so you can make a history check to see if it rings any bells.
Dude, that
When
made
how
shivers go down my spine.
how hypothetical is Maeveryn being?
I was gonna say, as Maeveryn says this, Tanji's like nodding and like with the hypothetical, and then like narrows his eyes and slowly looks up at Matthew.
I did say
and-
hypothetical.
You did
Yeah.
say hypothetical, which is why he was just nodding, and then he thought about everything that he does know.
That would be an 18 for history check.
In all of your years in Baxelin, with your occupation, there's a lot that has been done, a lot of orders you've taken, a lot of doings that were done without much thought. And so maybe there was a time where you've learned to close your heart and your mind to it. And there are very few cases where it penetrated that wall within your mind and your heart. And one of them happened to be looking into the eyes of a green-eyed, red-haired elven woman as she pleaded for her life. That woman looked a lot like Maeveryn. In fact, Maeveryn's mother.
Duly noted.
Well, thank you for entertaining my hypothetical.
Of course, and I do not mean to offend any of you for the way that my people are. It just is. And I am very proud of who my people are.
You should not apologize for your people any more than we should apologize for ours.
Yes. I guess that is why I imagine the king and queen are very concerned for the future of our kingdom, if whatever this is also affecting your lands as well. And he pauses in the middle of his sentence. He holds his hand up. Shh! Someone's watching. He pulls out his harpoon and he chucks it at a nearby bush of coral. And you hear a little eek as you look over in that direction and you see the princess pop out.
Hello.
Your Highness! Excuse me. excuse my ignorance. And he
Go home.
gets as low as he can to the ground. Maybe this is a little awkward, but I can explain myself. I have
Please.
permission.
Insight check.
I don't
Insight
believe
check.
Yeah. Inside the shit out of that.
Absolutely, yes.
22.
Teen.
I rolled a 2, so fuck that.
Nat 20.
Also 20.
22.
Well, it doesn't take much for you guys to see that. Clearly, she wasn't expecting to be caught at all. But also, in her quick excuse, it's very viable. Look, I just, now that I know that I'm not crazy, and now that I know that I'm able to help out, I couldn't sit in my room and do nothing. And so I talked to my mother, and to my surprise as well, she agreed. I can help you.
So why were you sneaking up behind us rather than coming out and announcing yourself?
Well, I didn't want that to happen, did I? And I also maybe knew that you guys wouldn't have been the happiest about it.
I mean, as long as you have permission.
What?
What?
I would like to disagree on that. With all due apologies, Princess, you are still a child.
There's no way, if we're going out of city bounds and enough risk for an escort, that we can take royalty, young royalty with us. Especially after the events that you've already been through with us.
And all due respect, Princess, should any harm befall you, you do know it would reflect quite poorly on us, and we would never see the land again. Correct?
I'm not a child anymore. This is my people and my kingdom too. I want to help out. Plus, why did I get those dreams? They must be a message. They must be a sign. None of my other siblings had these messages but me. I could help you.
Perhaps they were a warning.
That too.
I say, let her come. Our parents know she's here. She's taking the risk. And if-
Parent, but my father. Well, my mother will deal with
Doing
my
this
father.
behind
To
the
be
king's back.
fair,
What?
to be fair, in the 2 battles we've had with her, she kind of was a huge help. Like a huge help.
I mean, she picked
Yeah.
us back up, but Drench has got us covered there. She can't get involved in the conflict.
And not to mention, you said your father did not give you permission, solely your mother?
Well, if I know my mother, she's not completely unlike my father. There has to be some catch to it. I just don't know what yet.
Treason. Treason!
We are in a very precarious situation, already relying on the kindness of your people. Should anything happen to you, that would reflect very poorly on the delicate situation between the land dwellers and the ocean dwellers.
The more we sit here and argue about it, the less time we have. So, onward.
That is why you will return. And that will not be.
Oh,
something-
sorry, can't hear you. Too busy going to the oracles.
well,
Yep, sounds good.
I'm never having kids.
God,
Wait.
I-
Wait, Princess! Princess!
A question.
Oh, no.
Horse for dinner if that comes along.
And that's what I mean. She motions behind her. Princess. What's this all about? Me having to look after your tuckus? Huh? Just can't stay in one place, I guess. Well, I'm here on the merit of the Queen. She wants me to look out after her daughter. I've already missed breakfast because of you coming back to the palace, and now I'm about to miss second breakfast because of it.
If I punt him back, you think she'll follow?
Perhaps.
Tanji,
What?
I will be glad to see it.
Well-
In the merit of the queen, I will keep after her. We have the escort anyway. So, moving along. I am here to advise the princess on
Advise her?
how impulsive
And
that
you
she
have
can be.
clearly done a very poor job at it, I see.
how about we not?
I
Can we
was
not insult them?
already-
I'm only taking orders from my queen.
I was already questioning the efficiency and reasoning of your people, and now I see that it falls to even lower.
Matthew.
Matthew.
But be careful with that tongue, boy, laddie boy. Just because I'm a wee advisor doesn't mean I can't keep my mouth shut.
It
I
is
would-
not you
Matthew.
that I question, it is your people.
Guys,
Matthew.
we're running out of time. Can we just go?
We have hours.
Let us now focus on our second objective, which is to protect a member of the royal family once more.
Let's go, Nazu.
Let's get an escort.
You
An escort to be the
obs-
escort.
Upset.
I just swim by Matthew and say, and you talk to us about insulting them. I don't want to hear a
Excuse
fucking
me.
word.
Excuse
Lay
me.
off.
The reasoning are quite poor in every situation, it seems. Even more
Well-
than prior at time.
Well, you're not their soldier, are you?
No.
I wouldn't concern yourself with their politics then.
You
It
might be
comes
right.
down to
Guy
we're just
down here.
Perhaps we should focus on our mission at hand, which now has, as Matthew has pointed out, adapted to protecting the princess.
Why
I
don't we
fucking
get
just swims
straight-
forward.
Okay.
Yeah, Kahdani's already following after Princess. Like she's not hearing this conversation. She's gone.
If it comes down to you, any of you or her, I am choosing you. I will make that very clear here and now.
I feel if we don't choose her, we are choosing something over another. Because if we don't come back with her safely, we're fucked.
There is no choice.
We've been dealt a bad hand once more. And we have no
Let's
other
go.
solution than to play it.
As you all continue to follow the escort and now the princess as well as Nazu, you can't help but notice your surroundings after this tense moment with what seems to be just miles and miles of deep blue in all directions. The void, some of you may find calming and peaceful, while others may find it a little mysterious and anxiety inducing. What can't be denied, though, is the sense of innocence you feel in the world, as you also gaze upon the natural geography of this path you're on, with dozens of fish and other sea life coasting by, having no sense of any of you, swimming above endless stretches of abundant and occupied coral reefs and seed beds shining with polished rocks, shells, and gems that catch the light filtering in from the surface above. Moving along, you all eventually come to an area that's a bit crowded with rock formations and weeds and just algae and murk and broken off parts of maybe long sunken ships. You head up ahead, you see a soft blue and pink glow coming from an abstract structure, coming from a tunneled entrance of some sort. With the escort and the princess heading the group and approaching with confidence, you're met with another faded sandstone pathway that seems to have been eroded over decades. As when you get closer and get a better picture of the entire thing, you'll identify it to be a giant conch shell. Well, it seems like this is the right place. And Archery says, "Yes, Your Highness, and you all. This is where I was instructed." to go.
So this is it?
Shall I stay out here to watch for danger and keep watch of the horses?
That might be a good idea.
Really quite appreciated of it.
At the first sign of trouble, come and tell us.
Of course.
Kahdani gives a little pat to the horses.
So, call from inside beckons as you all enter. As the princess says, I've never seen the oracles before. I heard that they're not all knowing, but they see a whole lot. The prophecy, at least.
Sorry, can you repeat that for us?
She says that she's never seen the oracles before, and even though they're not all knowing, they know a lot, and they certainly know the prophecy that was mentioned by the king as well.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Never mind.
Ditto on not having seen it before.
Certainly will be our first time to everyone here.
Do you have any recommendations before we go inside?
They say
Do we-
that they're. Oh, go ahead.
No!
No? Okay. Uh I'm not too sure. They say that they're ancient and very wise in their ways and maybe even a little intimidating, but that was from stories from when I was a child.
Well, we will not wait any further.
Okay.
Yes.
When you enter and as you're traveling, you notice light pitches coming from inside. Lock the music, giving a cleansing quality to its melody. The walls are very smooth and seem to change as you pass by from gradient pastel iridescent colors, very much reminiscent of an actual conch shell. Um, you then come to a large mouth opening to a domed room, and in the center of the room, you see what looks to be a giant bubble with jagged pearl on the inside, levitating from a small pool that glimmers with white as it boils. Surrounding the bubble are three scoop shaped sitting chairs made from the same sort of metamorphic rock material, and the ceiling is very carefully built with sort of it looking like a deep blue starry sky. It's just sparkles everywhere. However, in one of the chairs sits a petite mermaid with lavender colored hair that seems to be picking or grooming her decorated nails, while another mermaid with seafoam green hair tied back up into a high ponytail is braiding the lavender mermaid hair. Finally, you see yet another petite mermaid with dark blue hair sitting beside them, so three in total. And all of them are wearing very elaborate makeup and are just like covered in pearls and gems and jewels and just shiny things. As the dark haired girl says, okay, so like I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 1,000. And then both of the other two who are sitting go very boredly, 3,473. As they all giggle, she goes, "Wow, maybe this would be like so much better if we weren't like like psychic or something." And scene change.
Not at all what I was expecting. Also, did Mia freeze for y'all, or is it just me?
A
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit, yeah. She
Okay.
she became robotic.
You
At
seem
some
good
point.
now, though. Oh, nope,
Okay.
fine, have
No,
fun.
You killed her!
Barbarian,
My
you should-
back.
There, Mia.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, you all sort of halt as you see these three seemingly very young looking mermaids as they all turn to you and go, the dark haired one. OMG, you guys are like here. And the other two stop what they're doing as the one who had the lavender hair stops picking her groomed nails and goes, "So like, oh, what do you like can call yourselves or something? Like, you have like a name? Is it like a really like nice and like organic one, or was it like
Drench just slowly turns to Matthew, just with this blank stare on his face, and before turning back to them slowly.
Matthew will have the same like expression of voidness of he's already done with this thing.
oh, you guys, they're like totally scared of us, even though there are a couple creepy ones over there. Yeah. Maybe this is like not the right group. It's sort of
Oh.
wild.
Falcon just looks around.
Well, my name's
What-
Kahdani. What's y'all's
Yeah.
name?
Tanji.
Guess.
Okay.
Guess what our names are. Sorry, Falcon, go.
No.
Go.
The sea phone green mermaid goes, "Well, clearly you're Maeveryn, that's Kahdani, that's Tanji, that's Matthew, that's Drench, and that's Fellken. Do I have that right? And of course the princess. Oh my god, she's more prettier in person."
Why bother asking if you already knew?
Well, we kind of see a lot.
I imagine it probably gets really boring knowing everything that's about to happen before it happens. There's no other happy surprises left.
Well, that's like we like try all new things. Like it just never gets bored. We love taking trips to Sephora every once in a while, and maybe Trident Pastel for new tail covers. It's pretty fun.
That just really must compliment your hair and tail. The move just kind of like snickering at Tanji.
He's trying not to die, similar to me.
Is that your pet? She swims
Wow.
over to Nazu. She swims over to Nazu.
Oh, we were about to get really offended there for a second, and now we're like, oh, okay, you understand.
We're good. No one's dying. We're good.
No, she swims over to Nazu and goes, "Aren't you just a cute?" As Nazu goes, "I am not, thank you very much." Oh, and your hair, goes over to Maeveryn. "How do you get this color? I've never seen a sponge dye like this."
Oh no, don't touch. No. It's natural.
Well, yes, I could tell by this lens, but nothing's a sneeze snail would do anything for that. And she swims over to her other companions.
Maeve's like a little twitchy.
Falcon just has a mouth over her mouth, or a hand over her mouth, and is just struggling not to fucking cackle.
Well, like, anyway, I'm Nori, this is Tori, and that's Lori. Yeah, we kind of knew that you were coming, but I don't know. It's kind of a up in the air thing. Maybe you're
Uh,
not.
I
I
take it
mean,
you
we're
already know
here.
the reason why you're here, correct?
Well, there could be so many reasons. I mean, just because the prophecy says one thing doesn't mean that it's another.
I'm really questioning how prophecies work now.
Me
You
too.
silly dog. No, it's not that. Oh,
Pardon?
If I may, that's he's a goblin.
No, I think dog fits perfectly fine.
Goblin what?
Maeveryn!
The dagger eyes.
He's a goblin bitch.
Goblin what?
No, he's just a goblin.
No.
Goblin, like it's a
Again, you said
it's a
that shit
race.
down right now. You put that shit down.
He's it's like calling one. It's like calling her a half elf or a tiefling or him a human.
Yeah, no, Tori. Like he's like one of those like weird like gremlin things that.
Okay,
from
I'm
the
talking
land.
to sushi here. Are we getting
I
this?
can calm
fucking
down,
thing
Tanji.
going?
I put a hand over his mouth. Excuse him.
Maeve's got hands on the shoulders.
So, like, oh my god, we have so many questions for y'all.
Just
Can
so
we help
many.
us out?
Oh my god, really? What?
She's still holding him.
Please pardon our dog. He's like, just, he hasn't had his
Kick Maeveryn
treat
in the
yet.
shin. I'll roll for the shit.
Oh no, it's totally okay. We have like coral bits if he wants it.
Oh, that would be like so nice. Thank
That'd
you.
be wonderful.
Oh great, they're very organic too. Don't worry.
Oh, none of that like
How
preservative.
Gunny, if they offer the coral bits, Kahdani is absolutely gonna take a few.
Oh, Fellken is just like in her head, and I thought the rest of the world was fucking racist. Holy shit, they're unknowingly racist.
What was the guard's name again? The one that's outside dealing with the
Archie.
horses?
Archery.
What was it?
Archery.
Archery?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look to Matthew and be like, "Do you need me to stand out there with archery?"
If you wish, I would love to spare you this encounter. If I can
Well,
at least
wait.
give
So
one-
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, you're all here. We kind of like need you all to like be here. It's kind of like really important.
Like, why?
I kick her in the shin again.
Tanji.
I shift Chanji away.
Um, the seafoam green mermaid, left for a second and came back with like a pile of what looks like barnacle bits and set it on the floor and pats Tanji's head. There you go.
Oh,
I
damn.
keep holding them.
Kadani does lean down a
This
little
is
bit.
gonna
and
give
say,
me a level of
"You."
barbarian.
Keep the anger to yourself. Learn how I have.
Oh, actually, you'll get a level in Druid to become a dog.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I know my
Oh,
next
God.
meme piece.
Tanji with little puppy ears.
He's gonna become Beast Boy.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna be like a little chihuahua.
So, like, why do you have to have all of us here?
Well, sometimes how it works is like there's like these voices in our head and they just kind of like tell us things. We can't really like force the manifestation of prophecy, but we can just kind of wait around until like something sparks, And as she's about to go on, she goes, Maeveryn, Tanji, Kahdani, Matthew, Fellken, and Drench of Pyre. And she starts glowing a blue color as the others all of a sudden join with her as their faces go blank and their eyes white over. You six have been prophesized to fix what has been broken. And they're all talking in unison now. The Siren Aleena plans to reassemble the late Princess Reyla's crown. And it is up to you to stop it. First, you need to find and reassemble the 5 pieces in order to break the curse so it can be destroyed in the lava. One second, sorry. The tale to find the crown pieces comes with a price. Those who are skilled in the master of deception and hiding must stay for the clue to the first piece.
Wonder who that could be.
Paper.
Probably leave it to you then.
Joy.
Put Tanji down.
All others must go.
Drench just leaves without another word.
Kahdani, Fellken. Let us go.
Okay. If you need help, just scream.
Sounds good.
Maeveryn and Tanji, follow me into individual meetings.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Cool. So, they say, those who are skilled in deception and hiding must know the whereabouts of the first piece, the opal band, where the tall, jagged figures pose on littoral floors. They encase a vastness in its absent doors. No silver tongue, no heart of unease, no mind of corrupt may reap, for a path yet forge, barred the keep.
I could not type that fast enough.
This is gonna be the biggest pain in our ass, isn't it?
Hey, why us two? Where is this nearby? Is this soon? Is this something I'm holding on to for a few years? What's going on?
You must bring in the ones skilled with their hands. Kahdani and Drench we must have.
Alright.
Okay. Drench. Kahdani, you're up.
Okay.
They need the ones skilled with their hands.
Have fun.
What does this mean? Okay.
No, don't listen to her. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, sushi. No, seriously, they said that. I kid you not.
It's not a euphemism.
Why does no one have a camera? Come on.
It is not a
I was sitting
euphemism.
alone.
Couldn't catch those notes fast enough. Did you get the rhyme?
No! The jagged rocks, and then I ran out.
Yeah, same.
Where the tall, jagged rocks,
That's literally as far as I got.
opal band.
Oh, you're no help.
Well,
Oh, what?
sorry.
Guy?
It's fine. Maybe Mia will give us it later, or we'll have to play back that video ASAP.
Yeah,
Wait, who is anyone recording?
I am, but I'm not able
Oh.
to record the other individual sessions, so
Fuck.
Yep.
Can't reference it.
yeah. But we can at least reference ours.
I'm sure Mia's gonna give us the information at least. I doubt she'd be asking me that if she wants us to finish this arc.
I
So,
cannot express to you how
Yeah.
ready I am to type. Like my life depends on it.
Type like a maniac.
like, you need to have your hands on keyboard ready to go as soon. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
No.
I was not ready.
They are requesting those that are skilled in combat. So,
Hold on.
Matthew
Uh.
and Fellken,
I'm Bert.
the lead is your turn.
Okay,
I
then
am
let's
as
do
well.
this.
Uh.
I do not understand what they meant by what they said, about? I'm confused.
I suppose
We're
it's
skilled in hands and mouth.
I am not
Do
in
real
either
good with
of
your
those
hands.
things. Have I spoken once in any form of persuasive anything?
well, it's not just
I
that,
mean,
it's good with
out
your
of-
hands.
I mean, out of all of us, you are the only one who has fangirls.
It's true.
I will.
As much as you don't want them, you have to admit that.
Have you caught up with them
I do not
recently?
care.
Maeve.
I'm
If
just
it
curious.
came down to it, I would.
You would.
Okay, hold
What?
on, but like, are they splitting us up?
I really wouldn't.
I-
succeed.
hope not, because I don't want to work with just Tanji.
Speaking of which, have you
Well,
met up
but
with Hudson
reciprocated.
God! Fuck! Mia!
None of us were set up to keep up with your notes. You better send us that
Oh,
shit.
please!
I typed as much as I could. It's a mix
Dude,
of words.
the thing you sent.
I didn't know where to put it. I just
he,
sent it.
he sent the line to me as his little note thing in DMs. It's fucking. There's so much typo. It's like, dude, it sounds more than words out of it.
I have most of that. I have most of it. Oh my god. I
Uh,
have. Oh, fuck! Mia!
Oh.
The princess swims forward as you all enter the room. But what about me? What about my dreams? What about my nightmares? There has to be something. As they all snap their heads towards her and continue to say, the final piece lies not within hiding, but without our fates are doomed and binding. Not all for one, but one for all, that makes it right and answers the call. Look within the story at hand to break the cycle and redeem this land. And they all stop glowing. Their eyes return to normal colors. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I never said anything like that before.
So, like, are all prophecies all, like, double meaning bullshit?
It like manifests in different ways, but I people in the past few centuries have complained of the riddles behind it. It's not like we can really control it though.
Oh, okay.
Do you have memory of what you say during these prophecies?
Not one.
God damn it.
So wait.
Okay.
A little
what-
warning would be great next time.
From
Tad.
as you guys are talking, the pool that's below the pearl in the bubble starts to bubble, and out from it emerges a necklace with 5 pearls on it as it floats towards you all. Oh, this is so exciting! Like, that means that, like, it'll help you on, like, your journey, I think.
So it's dangerous to go alone. We should take this.
Peak reference. Huh.
Oh,
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, no, I'm yanking that.
Thank you, Joe.
Very hesitantly
Okay.
taking it.
It doesn't
Wait,
happen
is
all
there-
the time.
Do you have any information on what this item is?
It's pretty.
Oh my god.
Then, oh, do you have any more information that you could relay to us before we leave?
Well, just like, don't die, you know? Like, it's pretty important that you guys, like, find the crown or whatever, you know? We don't want to die either, so.
Like, totally.
Totally.
I kick Maeve in the shin again.
I'm gonna kick him back.
You
Dangle the
grab-
pearl necklace in front of him.
Don't
How
drop
do you-
that one.
do
You don't
kick
have
her?
fins, you have tails. What's
You
going
can't
on?
kick and she
Fuck,
doesn't
shit!
have.
I smack him with the tail!
Kahdani is looking at the necklace, and she's specifically looking at the chain of the necklace, just to see as to how it's made. Is it like a rope? Is it a chain? Is it?
It's like, yeah, it's like a very stiff, like kind of like hay almost, if that makes sense. Like a string of hay, and then attached is like blue pearls, 5 blue pearls. There's like 4 small ones surrounding one big one in the middle.
Did I mishear? Is there only one of these, or is
Yeah, I was going to question that too,
Mhm.
because we had 3 people who said that they got the necklace.
yeah?
Just one, I believe, right?
No, it was Maeve, Tanji, and I think you.
I
Me,
thought it
no.
was 5 individual pearls, is what I heard.
Oh,
Yeah,
I heard.
5
Yeah.
5 pearls that are on like the necklace.
Oh,
It's one item
yeah, it's
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
item.
with 5 pearls on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, but so who has it? Because I thought I grabbed it, but I didn't know that anyone else tried to grab it too.
I do think Maeve spoke first, so maybe she
Yeah.
has it.
I
Yeah.
think she jumped on it.
I like grabbing shiny things. It's my
Of course.
character flaw.
Yeah, you always like-
Yeah.
Can anyone detect if there's some magic to this or something?
All of you can make an Arcana check if you want, and I'll have the princess roll too.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
Everyone
19.
got a little bit of magic.
Yeah, maybe.
A 3.
16.
Pretty high. What's
15, and I don't do magic.
18?
Why are
So
all of
all
our
of you-
fighters good at it?
I don't. Only have a +1. It's stupid.
Talking don't know shit about
I got
magic.
a +0 and I got 16.
So
Same.
all of you get by looking at it and maybe touching it briefly that it is in fact like magic. It has really powerful arcane properties to it. It was like, was there anything specific that anybody wanted to know? Like it's like what it does, or maybe the name of it,
What it does, personally.
like the type of magic it is.
I like the type of magic.
I'm looking what it does.
So what'd you get, Maeveryn, again?
19.
And then Matthew got 16?
18.
18. Okay, so both of you would gather that since this is something that you wear, it affects your appearance. Possibly some sort of transmutation or transfiguration. Who got higher than that? Who got higher than anybody get in the 20s? Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Let me see. So, the princess says, "Those do look really familiar. I can't place my tongue, but I remember seeing something in the library about this."
Do you mean a legend or story of sort?
It was part of Professor Halius's ancient history class. We were on the C unit, yes.
And perhaps we ought to bring this item to him.
Well, we could also just try it out. Seems like it has some appearance changing property.
If you're willing and capable of doing so, please do.
I think it'll look great on you.
Oh, I wasn't volunteering.
Pearls
Oh,
are your
well,
favorite,
here.
though.
You're the one holding it.
Have fun.
Alright, I'm gonna put the necklace on.
Oh boy.
Nothing happens.
Can I try?
Sure. Put it on Fellken.
Nothing happens.
I give it
I want
back.
to try.
I give it to Kahdani. I think it's broken.
It's a necklace.
Of magical
Okay.
property. I'm sure you're aware of the extent of what they can do.
No.
Well, talking to Professor Helios might be a good idea then.
Dhinlahyn takes off the necklace and hands it back over to Maeve.
Thanks.
Oh, nothing. Yeah, nothing happens, Kahdani. Sorry for that.
It's all good. I figured.
Well, it's certainly worth what would.
And yeah, like, don't feel bad. Like, you guys were chosen for like a reason, you know? It's an honor to be called by the universe.
The universe.
I think I'd rather universe leave me alone.
Yeah.
This beats what I used to do.
I believe I'll take my leave.
Yeah, perhaps we should head back to
I
Palace.
doubt there is anything more that these three can offer to us, unless I'm wrong.
Wait, I have a question. What number
Yeah.
am I thinking of?
I was gonna ask them that.
1 to 10.
Well, they would know it. I don't.
It's 2.
Wow.
Fuck.
That's so. Jesus Christ, dude.
This has been great.
They all say it in unison too.
I'm going to take my leave as well. Thank you.
So, like, thank you so much. We appreciate the help and have a good day.
I genuinely hated it here. I'm swimming away.
Agreed.
I
Kahdani
thought
takes a little bit more of the coral bites and tries a bite as she says out.
Can Fellken try some too? She's hungry.
Yeah. They taste what you would think they do. They just probably taste like dog food.
Oh, these taste great! And she hands it over to Tanji. You should try some.
Where's the
It's like
deception
batteries.
check?
Would you like me to roll a deception check?
Motherfucker.
Do it. I'll do it.
Can I help? Can I help her?
Yeah.
I'm still giving this the odds.
Alright, so 17 plus 9 is how much?
I did a 10. I got a 10.
26.
26. Alright.
You're a real good liar.
Kahdani can't roll below a 19 with deception.
Hot damn.
God damn.
So it tastes really good. She takes another bite.
Perhaps we should take our snacks on the water road.
I guess.
Have we left already? Have we left the place?
Yes.
Are we a good distance away?
Yeah, you guys have been leaving.
Okay.
So you're just, taking the way out.
So, let us confirm what we have learned. There is a crown that we need to find, and to keep a great curse from going everywhere. And we have gotten this seemingly, at this point, normal necklace. That is what we have, yes? Because as far as I am aware, I could be wrong. We already knew this, yes?
Yes,
I
but
mean,
now
yeah.
at least we have clues.
How
But
many pieces
those
of
were
the
clues?
Yes, clues for where the pieces might be.
Mhm.
I do not know what you and Tanji and you and you Fellken and Matthew heard, but what I heard was nonsense. I did not understand a word of it.
What, a blue diving prince? Would that be like your brother? I am so sorry. I got too into that. Would that be like your brother, Allie? Would she looking to the princess? Alia.
What? I is that all they told you? The blue diving prince. That could be literally anything in the ocean. But I just don't get it. And she you guys are now outside. With archery. I once again greeting the princess and all of you with the salute. Um she's very confused. How Archie says, I hope you all found what you were looking for.
I think we're leaving with more questions than answers, but we got some stuff.
I mean,
Along with these, you want to try them?
I feel a lot better about your city and manners than the outsiders here. Y'all
Can I
are
make an
great.
insight check on that?
On what?
On what Tanji literally just said.
Sure.
That he feels better about this.
Well, we're barely out, like inside the reach of the kingdom, and so there are many a folk who don't really get the customs, especially those three. They've been kind of outcast because of their powers.
Yes, well, I can see why.
Well, hold
I
on, I
can.
do have a bit of a question. You just said their powers. Are they their mermaid power, their mohawk powers? Is that their ability?
Yes, that was their gift at birth, the triplets.
Then, maybe that has something to do with it, but I was under the impression each mermaid got a unique ability, and they all seem to share the same thing.
They're triplets. They're born from the same.
But do not believe I'm wrong, perhaps, but the twin of the royal family have different power.
The royal family has lots of exceptions, it seems to be. Mostly with these twins, they're fraternal twins, not identical. Those girls, well, identical twins, born of the same egg.
Ugh.
Okay.
Ugh.
what was everyone's clue? I have mine and Matthew's, but
We'll share that as we travel, and I think we'll figure that out as we go.
Perhaps it
Yeah,
would be
Yeah, I
better
wanna
um,
to
Like,
to
as we
do
go
that.
after session, note meeting, because. Fuck.
yeah.
Perhaps it would be better to reconvene on land.
Kahdani is offering archery some of the coral bits. Noricos gave us this.
So yeah, you guys are all traveling back to the kingdom, I assume.
Writing, fuck you.
Most likely.
Yeah, back to the
I hope
kingdom.
so.
Shay isn't supposed to be the one to bully me.
We've definitely missed
One
second
of us.
breakfast now. I hope you're happy, princess. Now that I've had to look after you, don't really need to. Pretty powerful in and of itself. She goes, well, Nazu, my mother trusts me more than my father. What can I say? Which I don't really know why he doesn't trust me, to be honest. I think we're all in agreement that this visit didn't really clarify anything. I mean, why didn't they bring me in? Why didn't they tell me anything? Just like all jibber jabber, freaking riddles.
Maybe you have a higher part here that they could not tell you. You never know.
What could that be, though? See, this is why I don't know why Father doesn't trust me. I mean, I'm like, sure, maybe I snuck out to Trident Pastel that one time that night, and maybe, just maybe, I accidentally misplaced his crown, but that was only because Crescent wouldn't stop bothering me. And, like, I don't really know why.
You
Well,
did go
here's the thing.
missing. So
I went missing because they don't let me do anything. Do you know what it's like to not be able to travel the world? I mean, it's
Yes.
I don't
yes.
really like being able to not do that. I only did it because I had these weird dreams, and I really, really wish that you could just trust me. I don't get it.
Princess, move!
Now,
move!
now all of you are gonna look at me
Princess!
differently.
Move!
I'm
There's
guarding.
something behind you!
Immediately,
Buddy is running as well.
Unblade is out, light through the area.
As she's talking, she gets snatched up by one of the tentacles, and she struggles a little bit, and
100%.
then she starts laughing. Oh, Mari, you always come at the best moments, don't you? And out from the abyss, you see, with your hunter sense, a kraken. Girl, I heard you from a mile away. What's wrong?
God damn it! God
I'm
damn it!
leaving.
Why
I'm
are they
going
all
back to
Valley
Tyre.
girls?
I'm never coming back.
Fellken was just had the battle axe and was like mid throwing it.
Yeah,
I was
Maeve's
so
like
hungry.
ready to stab.
I'm now like
Kahdani-
turning the sunblade on and off and contemplating turning it on while looking right at it.
Kahdani still approaches and is like, "Is this your friend, or is there some like magic happening to make you think it's a friend?"
No. This is Mari. She's one of my best friends. She's a kraken. Oh, I guess you land dwellers
Okay.
have a little bit of a misconception about them, but no, she wouldn't hurt a fly.
Of course. Why
A
would
fly?
you believe that?
In the ocean?
But I would hurt another kraken, if you know what I'm saying, girl. Yes.
What the?
I
What
would like
the
to go
fuck?
home now.
What got you all stressed out? And who are your new friends? And she goes, well, I was just going on about my father, but you already know that rant. So, long story short, the sea is kind of in danger of being, I don't know, destroyed by the Siren race. Long story. But yes, this is Maeveryn, Kahdani, Tanji, Matthew, Drench, and Fellken. Wow, there are a lot of introductions being done today.
Yes. And
Well, nice to meet you. I heard from the grapevine there were land dwellers down here.
How do you know what a grapevine is?
in the ocean.
From the sea grapes. Do you not know what sea grapes are? Oh, they're
I'm
delicious.
sorry, I asked.
I bet they make some great sea wine.
But
I want to go home.
You said something about the sirens. Well, I've never heard of those, or never seen those.
But just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
For
That's
example,
fair.
I'd never seen a purple kraken hug a princess of the Merfolk before, but clearly.
And
Here,
such
can we?
as it.
Can
Maeve,
we
your
walk
dagger
back
hand
and
is shaking.
Well, the
Eager.
only destruction I see are from the sharks, and they seem to be very occupied lately. Even my brother, Corey, was distracted just the other night. Said they had some business to attend to, but he didn't really seem like himself. I didn't think too much of it. He has other side krakens he likes to visit here and there.
You know, this is all well and dandy, but we do have a time limit. How long we can be down.
Certainly is the case.
Yeah,
We are on
and-
urgent
To
matter.
get
And
up
what
to
was
the
even
point
more
that we
strange was that I
talked
heard music. It's almost as if it was on cue.
Music.
Some
Music.
high tone pitches that was happening off yonder. I assumed that was just one of his weird mating calls he has with one of his side kraken.
In what direction?
All roundabouts in the mid sea.
Drench, what were you saying? My head hurts.
What'd you say?
Fellken is asking what Drench was trying to say.
Oh yeah.
Nothing. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, I was literally just saying what everyone else was saying right then.
Okay.
Can I determine in what direction that the Kraken was stating the music was coming from?
Sure. Survival check would be good.
Okay. I don't know if this would count. Part of her wagon master background says she can determine her cardinal directions while traveling.
Okay. Yeah. So where the kingdom of Yoria is, I'm gonna give you a visual.
Okay.
This landmass right here is Irai, the continent that you guys are from, right? Right out here, off into the sea, is the kingdom of Yoria. This is where around abouts where you guys are.
Southwest.
When Mari said middle sea, that's up here.
Gotcha. So let's
Is-
see.
Is that about where the Marcus Good map was pointing?
Make a history check.
Oh shit.
Do we not have the map with us?
Or if you have the map with you.
Fuck. 5.
So Kahdani,
We
as
do
well,
have the
part of
map.
her caravan background says she has an excellent memory for maps and geography.
Okay.
Good job.
Can that help a little bit with the check?
Yeah. Yeah, that's around about the direction. Yeah.
Oh, seems our friends are busy. Guys.
You mentioned
Or you
you
gonna
mentioned
say?
something about shark activity.
Shark activity. They've been going off in their gangs. And going on attacking who knows what. Totally poke my tentacles and things that I'm not supposed to. But you didn't hear this from me. I heard that from the grapevine, these sharks are also congregating to do some business.
Would you have the location
Business.
of their business, perchance?
Well, that's really around and about anywhere in the sea. But this
Wait.
business, I have a feeling, is some sort of club.
Hang on, we're not going to visit sharks, are we? Because I'm leaving. I want nothing to do with sharks. You
I
can
know
get
Milo.
I don't think we have enough air.
Yeah, how much time do we have left?
It's been, like, you guys have been in the sea for probably like 3.5 hours.
Okay.
I believe it would be best if we were to reconvene perhaps on land.
And
Well,
we are outfitting a
Agreed.
ship for the purpose of going out there.
This
Right.
certainly will be the case. And perhaps
Kahdani
if
is reaching over and she is grabbing Tanji's arm. Do not swim out there. Please. Do not. We have a
It's a
Kraken,
little-
and I will ask the Kraken to chase you down if you do.
And the next time you try running off, I can guarantee I will throw a dagger at your feet or tail or whatever it may be.
Oh, honey, I don't chase, I devour. Let me tell you.
Well, we will ask you to devour him if he moves any direction towards that singing.
Yeah, can we count on your cooperation, my friend?
For
We
at
hit
least
like
a
4
day.
sides of my boundaries today.
I
Can
am
we go
sorry,
home?
But Yes.
Are we heading straight back to Pyre? Or do we have to drop off fucking princess here?
We really should escort the princess.
I'm not
He's
going
already swimming away.
anywhere. And she swims off.
What is the point of...
Kahdani swims after her.
Hey, look, the sunblade.
No, Tanji.
Hey guys, you know what 300 lumen of a sunblade does to your eyes?
Sheesh, lad.
Well, it's nice meeting all of you.
Likewise. Name's gonna swim after the princess.
Princess.
Matthew will too. Princess,
Fucking follows.
would you please wait for us?
She's a child of the sea. She's zooming.
She's still... Oh yeah, she is a child.
Some of us haven't gotten our sea legs yet. If you could just maybe slow the pace a bit, princess.
She's booking it. She's off now.
Which
Why
way
don't we
is she
just leave
swimming?
her?
What?
Is she going back to Pyre, the castle, or is she going out to the fucking sirens?
No, she's going back to the castle.
Okay.
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 God.
Okay.
So I was gonna say,
You chasing after the princess.
So I was
40
gonna say,
minutes
Drench was
between,
already
let's
swimming
go.
away.
These people are so...
Tiring.
Exhausting.
I do not have the energy to comprehend their society.
I'm taking the fattest fucking nap when we get home.
I believe that the plan of action we should take as of now would be to reconvene on land, share the information we've gathered to the mayor as well as what was his name? The last name of Bo?
Eckert.
Ecker,
Lieutenant Eckert.
Sir Lieutenant Ecker, and take the rest of the day to perhaps take some rest from this undersea travel and experience.
Should we
Thank God.
escort the princess home first, or just...
I believe she is going home, but I would like to exchange some word with her. In truth, yesterday I had, I believe, nightmares that might be similar to what she has experienced. So I would be curious to see what she knows about it.
You didn't mention this.
I was still under processing the situation.
It has been a long
Okay,
day, let us not point fingers.
But let's make a little rule. If any of us have weird ass dreams, we need to share it, because at this
Hold-
point,
Pertaining to the mission. Do you have any other weird ass dreams? Shit with Fellken alone.
no, Tanji.
Does any other people have had experienced such dream?
My sister did.
What?
She brought it up at the beach party that she'd had some bad dreams, and we think that maybe the purveyor of nightmares or whatever fixed them.
Another thing we gotta discuss.
This could be an interesting lead.
I don't want her involved in the investigation as much as possible.
We'll endeavor to not. But we'll do our best to not trouble her, I believe.
With all due respect, I don't exactly want some of us tromping around in my home. So if she is to be questioned, it will be on my terms.
That is fine, it is your family.
Indeed.
Respected.
Seems fair.
Perhaps we should get moving.
To the kingdom then.
Okay, so you guys make it back safely. The princess, along with Nazu, has swam way past you, to the point of, you don't see her on your way back. And as Archery enters you back into the kingdom, same as before, there are lots of merfolk doing their own business. However, this time around, when you're noticed, you're also greeted in the very formal, royal way. You guys get back to the side of the palace where the seahorses are returned, and Archery bows his head as well, saying that it was an honor to be by your side in protection.
Thank you for joining us.
Your assistance is greatly appreciated.
And
So
your
very
insight
much.
was very knowledgeable.
Thank you for telling me about part of your world.
I'm certain that there are plenty of other people that would love to exchange in this discussion more on a later time, perhaps.
If you ever come to land, come ask for us at the city hall.
If I ever come to your land, probably won't be on the best terms.
All the more reason
But
to
you
seek
never
us
know.
out.
Mm-hmm.
He nods his head in appreciation.
If I may, I did not mean to be rude, but I do envy how you were taught and raised, and if you believe, then I envy that as well.
And I you. It is only normal to feel that way, to feel as though we want things that we cannot have, or have not had before.
She gives a nod and offers a hand to shake.
Shakes it back.
To the princess?
Okay.
Yes, that should be appreciated, and perhaps the last test we have before returning home.
Okay. So, guys, once again, enter the palace, and enter the throne room, where Adonis still is there, but also along with his other siblings, with Kristen and Cresta bickering, Ratasha in the arms of Linari, playing with her, and Adonis just observing them, while the queen just looks in humor at them. She notices you all. I trust that everything went well.
Somewhat. We would like to, before we leave, discuss with the princess if could lead us to a quarter.
Absolutely. And she rises and leaves and goes down that same corridor that Maeveryn had eavesdropped into what you assume to be Vorlai's room. Very nicely decorated. Lots of white in here, white quartz and pearl, and accents of gold and green. A huge mirror, vanity mirror at the head of it. And sitting on her bed is the king, holding a piece of paper. What is the meaning of this, Lavanna? You let our daughter go out there to be killed without my protection, without our protection? You could not keep her here. She is growing and she is beyond this, beyond us. You need to let her explore the world. Don't you want our daughter to be happy, my king? I am the king and I am the queen. She is my daughter too. And this time, it is my rule. And they both have a stare down. And he drops the paper and embraces her and gives her a deep kiss. I am just afraid to lose her. I can't lose her. And you won't. She is your daughter after all. She takes a lot after you. Besides, they have promised to keep her safe as well. She can handle herself. You have taught her well. He looks at all of you. Is this true?
Yes, Your Majesty. And may I be candid for a moment?
He nods.
Speaking as a daughter who has run away from home, I would have grown to be resentful of my older brother had he tried to keep me home, as I felt there was a mission that only I could do, as your daughter feels that only she can do. However, one thing that fills me with hope is that I know that my home is there if I need it, that I have loved ones that are waiting for me. Please don't be so angry with her, for she is doing what she thinks is best.
From behind you. With all due respect, Your Majesty, I agree as well. The princess has been trying to run away for a very long time, and it's better to let her go. Glances back at his queen once more, her eyes now filled with tears. And he nods once more. Shall any of you need my reinforcements on your journey? Simply blow on the call of the shell.
Thank you, sir.
Help will come.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
So the princess is already on her way back to the land. I suggest you get a move on.
I will do my best to convince the princess to write often, to reduce your amount of worry. As best as I can. I can't promise anything.
It is no pressure. My queen is right, she is my daughter, so I apologize for her stubbornness in advance.
All due respect, this is an investigative unit and branch off of our city's, government system, and mayor, I feel like, might need to make some communication with him. I don't know if there's an agreement you need to come to, because though it will be in our best efforts to prevent such a thing, if harm should befall the princess, we do not seek that kind of wedge.
The mayor and I have tight communication. He took care of her before, and he will take care of her now. And was it true that she exemplified great healing powers?
You did do that.
Yes, sir.
She saved the life of someone I cared deeply of.
Pulled me back from a pretty rough spot.
Saved the mayor, too.
Yes.
Convinced a giant whale not to kill us.
He nods his head once more. Rolls his shoulders back. And he says, the journey ahead will not be an easy one. But we are forever in your debt for coming together with our people for the greater good.
Thank you for all your help.
Yes, thank you.
Perhaps it's
Your
best for us to...
aid. Go ahead.
No, go.
Your aid on the matter has been quite beneficial to us.
Well, I don't want to spoil a precious moment, but pending doom, those three said so.
I think we'll take our exit. Thank you.
Being rushed by a seahorse. Let's go.
Certainly.
Okay. Nazu leads you to the exit of the palace and bids his farewells. And you guys are able to remember the way back to the current roads and jump into those damn currents. But this time around, at least you're prepared for it. And you are spit back up on the shores of Corville University.
Do we
Coughing. Huh?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Coughing and feeling the sand between your fingers as you crawl and feeling your bodies warm up once more as your bodies start to morph back into your land forms.
Legs. I have legs. I've missed my legs.
Drench just gets up and walks away.
Matthew will get up and from his pocket he'll pull out a knife.
You guys have underwear but no trousers.
What?
Drench never wears trousers.
I have legs. Fuck. I need pants.
Maeve is like completely unfazed and just lays there in the sand, heaving.
Kahdani kind of pulls the jacket of the thing around her a little bit more and buttons it up.
Matthew will take a dagger from his belt. Do I still have a belt?
Yes, you do. And then you hear from behind you. See, I told you guys you wouldn't drown. It's Professor Chey still in the same spot that you left him. How was your trip?
We'll talk about it when we can.
It was fantastic.
Oh,
I
think I'm going to vomit.
I'd like, if I can, I want to take off my brass knuckles and go punch Matthew in the jaw.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
I didn't get to finish what I wanted to say
He
earlier.
has been trying to say something.
Sorry.
Matthew will take out a knife, will throw it in front of Fellken, and he'll remove part of his shirt. Feel free, stab me as much as you want. I don't care, just get it done with it.
Only Fellken gets the right to do that.
No, you have your turn.
I pick up the dagger, stand up, I'll come face to face with him. I'm just gonna sock him in the chest and drop his dagger.
Okay.
Good. Now you, Maeveryn, get it over with so I can go home.
You're not worth my time.
That's perfect.
Why are we punching Matthew?
He
Oh,
shoved
man.
me.
Because he
maybe.
put them in the road current when they wouldn't follow us.
Shoved us in it, didn't give us a chance.
New rule, no fucking touching me. I've been touched way too much today. She'll put on her cloak and fucking tie it around her waist and fucking go home to the fucking
Okay.
barracks.
I'm sorry.
Maeveryn. Just recall, there are some members that put up with a lot of physical of the other group constantly. And I'm gonna say, we don't need to be looking to take back on swings.
Did you see me swing at him?
Thank you, Maeveryn, for being a better person.
Don't patronize me.
What's an enforcer-like thing to do?
Maeve's gonna smack Tanji on the shoulder and walk away.
And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Yay!
So much hatred all around.
I know.
Not hatred, just absolute. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say immediately after Drench was able to start walking, he just walked. He just left.
Fair.
He didn't catch any of that. Just.
Okay then.
Michael really, or no, Michael, Matthew really could have needed a new character right then. It could have been the end of him.
We'll take a 15-minute break this time. So far, it seems as though Drench has walked off, as well as Fellken, who informed Maeve that she was going to a park to sleep. But still standing there, I presume, is Matthew, Tanji, Kahdani, and Maeve.
Hi.
You're on the shore.
If anyone would...
feel...
Go ahead.
No, sorry, you're good. I feel like we should meet at Town Hall soon, but everyone's gone everywhere. Go ahead.
I personally kind of want to make sure the princess got to the town hall.
That is what I was looking to do too.
I would like to do the same.
Should we bother recollecting the others or just pursuing this?
I don't think that... I think if anything, we're going to be filling in the mayor on what we all already know.
Yeah.
Let them rest.
Alright.
I agree.
Shall we?
Let's
do it.
Let's go.
Okay. Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I fully forgot.
So as you guys go off, Fellken, were you just going to sleep?
Yeah, I was gonna go, I want, grass, she wants to go take just a little nap in the grass up against the tree. Kind of reminds her of the better memories of home, so.
Sure.
Sleep time.
You go to sleep in Backy Park, which is a park that is closer to the city center, just like I said, about 3 blocks away from Wheat Street, and it's pretty nice. It has a little bit of maybe like a sort of like Tim Burton vibe to it too. Just like a tinge. Just in generally, like the air in Talon is a little more cooler in terms of tone. And yeah, there's also trees. There's a little bit of a wooden rinky-dink play set of, you know, slides and swings and a jungle gym and lots of benches and lots of places of grass, patches of grass to lay down. So yeah, that's your surroundings. And Drench, were you just headed to the city hall as well?
Yes. I think I asked before if there was a place, like a training grounds. I never got to go see it, but I was gonna ask about. I was gonna go there if I could.
Yeah, in the basements of the city hall are where the training grounds are for hand-to-hand combat. So yeah, if you wanted to go there.
Do they have like mannequins there, like like
Absolutely.
cleaning dummies, pretty much?
Yeah.
Drench is just gonna, when he gets there, he's just gonna stare at one like 5 inches away from his face, just stare at it with his knife gripped in his hand for a little bit.
The other enforcers around you don't say anything to you. They're a little frightened of the image, but they mind their own business.
Yeah.
Okay. So the rest of you, as you venture your way through, the time of day round about now is late mid-sun, so it's not too late in the day. You guys did leave early sunrise. So, as you get to the city center, passing the dove statue and up the stairs, the mayor and the princess are going down the stairs. They're in a bit of casual conversation as he spots all of you. Ah, welcome back. I heard that it was a semi-fruitful trip that you all had.
Yes, did the princess inform you of everything?
She was just letting me know about her frustrations, and she did let me know that her father was going to give me confirmation that she's allowed to be on land. So yes, I was just escorting her to her room in my estate.
Question. Do we still don't have pants?
Yeah, you still don't have pants.
Yeah, Maeve's got her robe, her cloak, tied around. I forgot about that!
Yep, I remember that. I had the image. I had the image in my head. I was like, oh wait.
Yeah. Kahdani has pulled her jacket closed
Yeah.
and has buttoned all of it up as much as possible. Fellken, I'm fairly certain you still have pants though, because you didn't lose your legs.
Yeah, Fellken has her. Well,
Okay.
Fellken
Oh, thank
is
God.
not there.
I was about to say, if I went to sleep in a park with nothing but fucking underwear, I'm good. I will leave.
Not because I.
You're good. You just lost your shoes, Fellken. It's good.
Oh no.
I didn't have shoes.
Oh, that's true.
Close to big.
As he says, yes, I was just escorting the princess to her room in my estate, and I assume, and he looks down at all of you, that you will be freshening up.
What?
Yes. We all will be freshening up.
Or something. Oh, yeah.
Yes. If you need new uniforms, you can inquire my assistant about that.
Just half of one.
Right, and don't be embarrassed. You know, the uniforms have been drenched in stench. They've been caught on fire. They've been torn to shreds by knives. So it is all right.
Did anyone inform the Lieutenant Eckert of the situation?
No. That is... You are to confide in him about your investigation unless there's something that I need to know about right this moment.
No.
believe we can entrust this to you, Maeveryn.
Sure. Yes.
Unless you would prefer to stay princess.
I'll talk to Lieutenant Eckert.
Certainly.
Do you know where he is, by chance, Mayor?
He should be in his new office, about 2 doors down from mine.
Great. Thank you.
Do you wanna?
Yes. Does anyone have any? I'll figure it out. Thank you.
I think I have some pants in my room.
Please.
Sure, come.
She's gonna
You
follow
all
Kahdani.
are doing amazing work, by the way. Just, it's important for all of you to know that. I'm glad I did not regret my decision in trusting you all.
I hope we have more to show for it soon.
Agreed. But your word, taken note of.
Thank
When
you,
you
Mayor. I thrive on praise.
Oh my god. Jeez.
It costs nothing for reassurance. Yes. Well, I shall escort the princess now. And during this whole conversation, the princess was very distant. She seemed to have been avoiding looking at any of you, not out of, the indecency, but just out of, her own head.
Princess, if I could have a word with you.
They just keep going on. She's not in the mood.
Well, I'll return to my home in that case.
Are you going home? Sorry.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I was
It
just
a
I
bit
was just saying
muffled.
goodbye. I was just saying goodbye to them.
Hmm?
Said everyone wanders off and Tanji's just standing there like,
Right. Okay. By myself again.
Or him.
This indulgence bullshit.
and he's gonna walk back towards cafe for now. Actually, no, he'll be on standby near barracks, I suppose.
Alright.
On the way up to the barracks, by the way, Kahdani has prestidigitated herself clean, and as well as Maeveryn and Tanji if he's coming along too.
Thank you. Greatly.
No problem.
Okay. So you guys all enter. It's semi-busy in here as you walk up the stairs and around the corner, down the hallway. And what is new about this hallway is obviously you notice that the mayor's doors are closed, but also 2 doors further down, you see a door that has always been there, but the difference is that there's a name plaque on there, labeled Lieutenant Bo Eckert, head of the investigation unit.
I could definitely use those pants, Kahdani. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Let me go grab them. Do you want pants? Do you want skirt? What do you want?
Do you have any, like, a dress or?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Kahdani goes into her little barracks, digs through her trunk, whatever it is, and pulls out a really nice little light blue, because that's Kahdani's favorite color, because she is blue. Da da be da ba da. And hands it over to Maeve. Where I think this might be your size. We're about the same-ish.
Thank
So-
you. I'll get it back to you right away. I just if I show it back to my home after talking to Bo, dressed like this, my family will kill me. So appreciate it.
Understandable. Not a problem.
Maeve's gonna go get changed.
Hey, Tanji, what are you doing outside the barracks? Being a creep?
Now he went and used barracks showers and clean because he went and got himself clean. And put himself back in a new uniform. And I think right now he is just kind of walking around outside near the barracks and town hall, up and down the road. And every once in a while, looking down alleyways and under a crate or a box.
I know I saw a rat down here last week.
Do you want to do you want to make an investigation check to see if you can find a suitable rat?
Yeah. That is what he's doing, so yes. Perception, investigation, what do you prefer?
Honestly, either perception or investigation.
Okay. 21.
So yeah, there are occasional like trash bins throughout the streets, and maybe like empty carts where the city news would be in. And near one of the shops that are surrounding the city center, you hear a little bit of shuffling in the dumpsters that are on the side of the building.
Here we go.
Alright, and I'm gonna approach it and try to move and get ready to grab. I've got like a piece of jerky or something from his rations pulled out.
Okay. Out from under a crumpled wrapper of some sort, you see the nose of a rat, a rat, with his whiskers and his little pink nose, kind of sniffing around, and just like a little skittish as it comes out a little bit from underneath the wrapper, and spots the food.
I got this. And plenty more. All you gotta do is just hang out. We could be great. There's like a lot of benefits traveling around. I'm sure you've heard the community's gotta have picked up on it by now.
You're not using like any power to
No.
talk to him. You're
No,
just
he's not. Just common.
with his like nose still like sniffling, and like it's like black eyes. It looks up at you and like slowly approaches. Hi, Spook. I'm so sorry she's not here. I know being a cat is so hard. So,
You're describing Spook's dinner.
I lost my train of thought. All right, okay, yeah. It slowly like inches towards you, like, and then it goes on its little hind legs, and like, with his little hands, like, takes the piece of food and starts nibbling.
Perfect. Okay. Cool.
I'm just going to put a few more pieces of food in a pocket, and that's where he sticks them.
And if you're here in an hour, we give you a name.
And wander back towards the barracks.
Okay. While that's happening, Kahdani, was there anything that you?
It cut out for me a little bit at the end there.
Oh, I was just wondering if Kahdani wanted to do anything special.
Kahdani is going to put on pants. Just normal pants. And seeing as Maeveryn's gone, Tanji's gone. I guess she's just gonna also kind of wander around, also possibly go down to the stables, go check on her baby, and see how her horsey's doing, as well as contemplate as to how exactly she's gonna write the letter that she's gonna try to write to Aiden.
Sure. Yeah, so there's no interruptions when you are going to freshen up. And when you go down to the stables, the same stable boy informs you that Rook um, was a little aggressive these past couple hours since you were gone. But he explains that it's most likely just because he misses you, and he was quite tired after his last adventure with you.
Naughty boy! Oh, a good boy anyway. And she gives him a pet and gives him and grabs like a carrot from like the treat bin to give him give him some of the treats. Can the English language work with me for 5 seconds right now? Hold on. So she's just going to spoil, you know, her baby just a little bit. Well, things like that. But I know I smell like fish, don't I? I try not to. Probably somewhere on me still. Don't eat fish. Horses don't eat fish.
What do they do? They don't whine. What do they do?
Nah.
What? Yes, whinny.
It's called
That's
that,
what they whinny. He whinnies and he nudges you a little bit, like in the shoulder area.
Yes, so you can have your treats. Do not bite me this time.
He behaves for you.
Good boy.
And yeah, going off to write some letters. And while that is happening as well, we turn our attention to Maeveryn, who is probably looking at herself in the mirror, coming out of the locker room with her brand new dress that she just got from Kahdani.
Before Maeve goes to Beau's office, she's gonna find some boots to steal from someone in the barracks.
You wanna steal somebody else's boots?
Would she know of somewhere else to acquire them within the facility?
Not that you would know of.
I mean, she's not wearing shoes still, right? Like, or is it just pants that went missing?
You know, you don't have shoes. Given that you don't stay here, you aren't very familiar on where to get, you know, things of that nature, like brand new shoes.
Hey, you know what? Now she's just gonna go to the office barefoot.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So, go out of the barracks and standing in front of Lieutenant Eckert's door. You give it a knock, knock, knock. And you hear a couple of heavy footsteps before it opens. It's Beau. She goes, Maeveryn, nice to see you. What can I do for you? Come in.
Thank you. She's gonna scooch on in. Nice office. Congratulations.
Ah, thanks. I'm sorry if it's a bit bare. They just gave me it.
Nonsense. I just wanted to update you on how returning the princess went.
Is that what you just did? You don't seem like you were up for it. And he motions to your dress.
Oh, no, yeah, my pants went missing when we got back on shore, so I borrowed a dress from my friend.
Looks nice.
Thank you. Still didn't find any shoes, but yeah. So, did anyone update you at all?
Update on your mission? No. You all are supposed to brief me on that.
Well, that's why I'm here. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the princess came back with us. So, mission failed? sort of. But we did get some information on potential locations of the stones. Was it considered stones or the jewels of the crown and well,
Crown.
I guess no one has informed you really at all. Oh, I am so terribly. There's a crown that we are trying to put back together in order to break the curse that the sirens have and prevent them from killing everyone.
Killing everyone. What curse? What caused the curse? This first time I heard of sirens being real was our last meeting, so catch me up a little bit.
Absolutely. Maeve's just gonna go through pretty much the whole history.
I see. So basically what the king and queen want you to do is fetch these pieces to reassemble and then destroy the crown in order to stop this Aleena?
Yes, and it was all prophesized.
And so what are your leads?
Well, that's the difficult thing. They were more like riddles than leads. I'm not sure what everyone else was informed of by the oracles, but the lead that myself and Tanji were given was that the opal band would be found where some tall, jagged figures pose, and something about vastness, and that no one can reap it except for a path yet forged. So, yeah, it was a bit vague, and I feel more confused now than I did before.
It seems, at least from what you've told me with that there are maybe two different tasks at hand at finding each piece.
Perhaps.
At least two different elements. Tall, jagged figures.
Does that ring any bells for you?
Jagged. I mean, if these mermaids wanna play with obtuse vocabulary, or literal, if we're taking it obtusely, I suppose it could be a statue of some sort that was carved or literally tall and jagged. Mountains? But as far as the rest of it, it seems like a cracked code to a code to crack for our profession, doesn't it?
I suppose that is why we are the investigative unit. Thank you. That helped quite a bit, actually.
Yes, and I was informed by the captain of your vessel that you all will not be able to travel for the next cycle.
Yes.
And so do tell the rest of your unit or your squad that you should use the time wisely to prepare.
I will. And before I forget, Maeve's going to pull out the last of the sending stones, and she's going to hand him one. This is just in case you need to contact me or contact us. Once a day you can send a message through, and I can respond in turn, or vice versa.
Wow. Yes, this will be very beneficial. How's your sister, by the way? Sorry if that was a bit of a weird segue, but how's she doing?
It's up and down. Some days are better than others. my aunt is actually coming to visit today, which I am dreading.
Is that the one that's from the bad place?
Yeah, that's the one. I guess my parents wanted her help paying for Landron's treatments.
Oh, is your family still...
Poor? Yes.
Well, I was gonna say struggling, as, you know, we all are in some way. If they need anything, you know, you can come to me. And he, you know, puts his hand on your shoulder.
I know. The same goes to you, of course, and all of your many sisters and your mother.
Well, that is why I'm very glad that I got this position. Worked my ass off for something, and this was definitely worth it.
You seem more serious than you ever were, you know, way back. I mean, I know a lot has changed, but well, this position suits you.
Thank you. To be honest, it's hard being with her all the time. That's why I always loved being around you.
Well, I should probably get going. Don't want to keep the bitch and my aunt waiting.
Yes, thank you for letting me know about all this. This is paperwork for me to do, so I ought to get to that.
We will keep you better informed in the future, I'm sure.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
You too. She's gonna head on.
Okay. We take ourselves away from that moment into another. In the rolling stretches of farmlands, of the rural areas of Valheim, with Matthew. You approach your home. Sorry, I keep forgetting to change. The roll 20 scene.
No, I was gonna ask actually if I could have found a private room to write a letter while at the office of the town hall.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, there's a small library, or a record hall that has, you know, little cubicles where people can do their work.
In that case, I would like to quickly write a letter, which I'll send to you right now. And following that, I'd like to see if there's anyone that would be able of service to deliver a letter at this time.
Like locally?
Just, no, in the town hall. Anyone I could pull on a request for them. Would there be another agent that is passing within, I don't remember which district, but you'll understand who I'm sending it to you.
Yeah, so there is a mailroom, and going there, the mail is going on every single day. There's always messengers or delivery boys going out every single day, except for Sith days. Yeah, as long as it is local, it should get to them as soon as tomorrow, or yeah.
In that case, I'll write on the address, and following that, I'll go home.
Okay. So now you're at your humble abode.
Yes. Sorry.
No, you're okay. No, that's totally good. And yeah, you approach your home. That familiar glow coming from the window. Should just roll on in.
Yes, certainly. He'll do a small investigation check around the house again.
Yeah, sure. Tell me what you're looking for.
Traces of anyone having passed nearby, unfamiliar footwork.
Sure. Yeah.
Which I rolled a 15. I don't have I rolled 20 open somewhere. Where is it? Give me a moment. Ah, there we go.
I love that chalice. It looks so cool.
That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Okay, so taking another look around the perimeter of your home, you don't really see any significant or out of place footprints. The footprints that you do find are, in your backyard, where people do, train, especially Loretta, Sarash, and now Damien. But other than that, there are like carriage tracks on the main road and footprints coming in and out from your home, but that nothing unfamiliar to you.
Noted. In that case, he'll return to the front door and enter and leave his coat on one of the crochet.
Um, there's nobody on the first floor. You see that there are some dirty pots and pans, like in the kitchen, most likely from lunch that was just had, that probably like couple minutes to an hour ago. Um, and yeah, pretty much the windows are open. Quite on the first floor, though.
Matthew will glean a bit of what he mentioned was having. There were still plates, you said, I think, or
Yeah, there was
yeah.
dishes.
Okay. He'll start making the dishes without making too much noise, just making sure everything is clean.
Sure. Before too long, while you're washing the dishes, you hear footsteps coming down from the upstairs. And when the person turns the corner, it's Loretta, her hair down, wearing her sleepwear, seemingly had just woken up from probably a nap. She turns the corner and spots you as she rubs her eyes. She goes, "You're back."
I am. I didn't mean to wake you up.
No, no. It was just a nap. She walks over to the cooler and opens it and takes out a carton of.
Sorry, you've cut a what of what?
She takes out like a glass bottle of milk
Oh, okay.
and starts pouring herself a drink.
How do you feel lately?
She doesn't answer.
I'd like to take some time with you, if possible, to speak about your potential entry at the university, if you still wish to follow through it.
She sets her glass down and looks out the window. And then looks at you. Why these sudden change of heart?
He'll place down the bowl that he's currently watching and stare a little bit at the distance. the education I was given, that our other sibling have been given by our mother, perhaps does not suit the style of life for most people. And perhaps I found it that you deserve better than us. So I understand that I've been strict and rather demanding of you. So I'd like to, for once, listen to you on what you believe is best for your own future.
Do you think that leaving for this on end for me to take care of your child and ignoring us and neglecting us, everything would be all as well if you let me go to school? Do you think that is my problem?
No. I believe there's many problems that I need to fix here. But listening to you, I believe, is one of them. And so that's why I'm trying right now to do better.
Make a persuasion check.
That's a 15 plus 3, so 6 and 18.
She downs her glass of milk and puts it down once more and goes, it will be no use fixing the problems that are happening here on the outside of you if you did not fix the problems on the inside of you. I think it is rather problematic that you think that it is only now that you should change your ways and be different from your family in Vaxilin.
What would you suggest I do?
You need to fix your own problems. So you don't make those problems me and Damien's when we grow up.
It's duly noted. I also would like to give an offer to you that, not directly from me, but I've spoken with the person in concern and perhaps it would intrigue you. Kahdani, which you've met, one of my colleagues, is of tenure. I understand I failed to teach you the culture of your own people, and she was willing and interested to teach you of any question you might have regarding it.
I would not mind that.
I can relay to her the message, and you just have to say the word, and I'll make sure to invite her whenever you want. Or perhaps you can even meet her on your own accord, wherever you wish to.
She nods her head and goes, I will meet with her.
return to my chamber in that case.
Doesn't say anything more. She sets the glass down in the sink and walks back upstairs.
Does he see? Is there still noise with where Sarosh is? Or well, from earlier you mentioned there was some noise upstairs, I believe.
No, there were no.
Oh, there were no. Yeah, never
Yeah,
mind.
no noises upstairs.
So I take it everyone is asleep right now.
Loretta was just asleep, but given how quiet it is, it's most likely Sarosh and Damien are out.
Oh, out? Wait, what time is it?
It's only late mid-sun.
Oh wait, what?
It's only late mid-sun.
Oh.
Maybe a little later.
Wait, mid-sun is not 12 p.m., right?
It is. It's noon.
It is. Yeah.
Oh.
So late mid-sun is
Oh,
like
jeez.
evening, so like between the hours of like 3 and 5.
My goodness. Oh wow. Okay, I was so not in the right time bracket. Sorry. Well, Loretta, before going into my room, I'll ask, where is Sarosh and Damien?
Damien was crying because you were not here, so he took him to Happy Harpies.
Do I know where that is?
They've been there a couple times. That's where they went. Yeah, they've been there a couple times without you being there.
But do I know? Does Matthew know where?
Yeah,
where
it's in north of Valheim.
I see.
Like more towards the city, but north.
Thank you, Loretta. And I'll go change real fast to not stink like sea. And I think he'll make his way there, if possible.
Yeah. Okay. So while you travel there, we travel all the way to Talon with the Dhinlahyn residents. And you've changed out of the dress, right?
I think I'm gonna stay in the dress so I don't arrive home pantsless.
Okay.
And then I'll give Kahdani the dress later.
Okay.
But I'm still barefoot.
Yes. Okay. The lights are on, and you do hear talking coming from inside your home.
I'm just gonna go right in.
Okay, you open the door, and you see the scene of your father and your mother sitting in their usual chairs. Both of them more dressed up than usual. Your mother has makeup on. It's a whole thing. Your father's hair, it used to be a little, frayed and a little all over the place, is now sort of slicked back, and he's wearing his nice clothes. And your little sister, I was like, what? Your little sister, actually sitting on the floor in a really nice little white poofy dress, with her hair like all done up nice, as she perks up and runs over to you and hugs you. Maeveryn,
Hello, Ellie, darling. And she's gonna hug her back real tight.
I missed you so much. I'm so worried about you.
Oh, don't be. I played with mermaids all day.
Mermaids?
Mm-hmm.
And when you say that, you sitting across from your mother and your father, you see the back of somebody's head with this long brown hair with streaks of gray going through it in a tight bun as a woman slowly rises along with your parents. And turning around, you see the wrinkled, cavernous, and sad frowned face of your Aunt Camilla, wearing a very nice Victorian style navy blue dress. She goes, as your mother goes, yes, welcome home, darling. Your Aunt Camilla has arrived. Say hi to Aunt Camilla. And your Aunt Camilla walks over to you, goes, hello, Maeveryn. Why, have you gotten big?
Hello, Aunt Camilla. I hope your journey was well.
My journey was just fine up until I got into the city. There were many other people around these parts not having any shoes or frayed hair as well as you do. But
It's all the rage here, didn't you know?
oh, I'm sure it is with all the barbarians walking around. I mean, seriously, those goblins and those dragonborns and those god-awful ridiculous tieflings. It's a madhouse in this city. It really is.
Yeah, I'm sure you're quite familiar with barbarians where you're from, aren't you?
Oh, with all that we have to fight, our great nation, fending ourselves against those horrible, terrible creatures that try to kill us. It's it really is terrible. And then your father cousin goes, well, nonetheless, you are here to enjoy yourself. And Maeveryn, darling, would you like some tea?
You know, I am all set. It is stiflingly hot in here.
Well, your father did go through all the trouble. Have some manners, young lady. She sits back down, and your mother gives you a look like,
of course. Where are my manners? Father dearest, I would love a cup of tea.
He
She's gonna sit down.
picks up the little plate with cup in it, and he starts pouring. You visibly see him shaking just a little bit as he hands it to you. So, Aunt Camilla, Maeveryn has just started a new job over at the City Hall. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, it is wonderful. I work with the Dragonborn, Lizardfolk, a wonderful Tiefling. She let me borrow her dress. Her name's Kahdani, darling. A Goblin, and a human like you.
I'm sorry, you're wearing a dress from a Tiefling.
Oh, isn't it darling?
I'm surprised you haven't caught many diseases by now.
From you?
Excuse me.
Oh.
Maeveryn, darling. Would you mind getting the biscuits from the cabinets?
Oh, not at all. She's gonna go head on over.
And your mother is gonna follow you into the kitchen. Just breathe, darling. Just breathe. She is insufferable.
How do you put up with her? I mean, seriously, you're really going to let her insult us in our own home?
Your voice down. This is what we... Trust me, I've wanted to cause more than one form of harm to her since a visit, but this is something that we do need. Can you please just grit and bear it, just smile and wave for us?
Fine.
And then when it's all over, we'll go to the damaging hall and wreck to our heart's content. Okay?
I make no promises if she insults you or my sister, but I will do my best.
Thank you. You guys are putting biscuits on some plates as you walk back out into the living room where Aunt Camilla is going on. Oh, yes, it was quite tragic. The Emperor just didn't know what to do about it. How this horrid Tiefling group just tried to invade once again. It was quite terrifying. I mean, going into our homes and killing our men and torturing our women and our children. Oh, well, at least that's what I heard from the tabloids, but they never lie. He goes, yes, Aunt Camilla, I'm sure they don't. That must be terrible for you. Yes, some jibber jabber on about some resistance and equality. If they wanted, they would stop acting like wild animals. We've got biscuits. Please help yourselves.
So those awful tieflings you're speaking of, are they from Tenia?
Oh, most likely. I mean, the Emperor was already generous to give them that piece of land, and lucky they have anything at all. And now they're trying to throw it away over some ridiculous on and on about reparations and about it's just all falling apart, as well as in Lernmere. I mean, Lernmere, those halflings, dimwits, they don't really know what they're talking about. About, not wanting to serve their higher beings.
I mean, surely they should be so grateful that they have your firm guiding hand to teach them to read and all these wonderful skills. I'm sure they're just ungrateful.
Well, this poor happening when I was traveling through Lernmere, I didn't know how to put two and two together when it comes to my gold. Probably more money than they'll earn in their entire lives.
Have a biscuit.
Yes. And she starts eating it. Well, yes, we've had some problems of our own here in the city. It is on lockdown, but I'm sure Maeveryn, you know a little bit more about that than us. How is that going?
It's interesting. The biggest threat is actually posed to humans. So you'd better be careful, Aunt Camilla. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
Oh, is that true? And she eyes your father. Yes, but it has gone under control.
It's quite dangerous, really. I mean, we haven't got the faintest bit of control over it.
Well, you would have thought that my own great nephew would let me know about such a danger such as that. I mean, I already risked my life going to Charis to get here. And your mother goes, like she's trying to find the words to say something, but it's she's struggling a bit.
Yes. Well, perhaps it's best if you stay inside and make your business here brief.
And what was really, really terrifying was when I was traveling through Charis, I was trying to get into my carriage and it was pouring down rain, and I had dropped my handbag, and some child off of the street started running away with it. That was until Soja tracked him down and beat him to a pulp for it. Nasty little things they deserve, I'll teach them to be more civilized. And then your father goes, well, I think that is just about it for us. Anyone else getting a bit hungry? Yes, a bit hungry. We should go out, get some get some dinner. But adults only. Maeveryn, make sure your sister gets to bed on time, will you?
Oh, I would love to come. Oh, I'm sure we could get her a babysitter. She's just down the road.
We couldn't inconvenience her at this time, darling. Really, I think you should spend time with your sister and take a cold shower.
I just think it would be so terribly rude of us to stay home. I mean, Alondra, aren't you hungry? Wouldn't you like to go out with your great aunt?
Her little big green eyes shoot back and forth between your parents and you. And she goes, I don't know.
I can positively hear your stomach grumbling. It is no problem. We will go with you. I mean, we wouldn't want to be rude to Aunt Camilla. She came all this way after all.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god, please. This is all I've ever wanted. 17.
Your father is trying his best to not show his exasperation with you, as your mother has seemed to have shut down a little bit from the comments that your aunt has given. But your aunt goes, "Oh, really? Just let them tag along. I'm sure that you'll find something better in your wardrobe to wear, though. Chop chop."
Of course. She's gonna go off to her room and get changed. Into to a nicer green dress, like a little more fancy, less casual, and put some shoes on.
Your family, as well as Aunt Camilla, have been standing by the door, and your father opens it as you all head out into the night. Before I continue with Matthew, was there anything that Drench, Fellken, or Tanji wanted to do?
If everyone's dispersed from Town Hall and Barracks, I think Tanji would head back to his apartment, the wheat treats, and yeah, he's gonna hang out with a rat.
Okay. We should have some concept art of how Tanji has decorated his new flat.
Yes.
His new bachelor pad.
Yes. Need to find some.
Fellken? Anything?
How long would all this have taken place?
I want to say it's been about like maybe an hour and a half.
Okay. Yeah, Fellken, after an hour and a half or two, maybe, she'll go to the barracks, get clothes, pants. Oh wait, no, she already has pants. She'll go clean herself and go get her paper from the mayor if he's around.
Get your what from the mayor?
The drawing that she got.
Right. Okay, yeah. So the mayor did leave with the princess earlier.
Oh.
But the assistant does grab the paper for you.
So just take it and go sleep in the barracks, I guess.
Alrighty. Drench, what are you doing? You still contemplating murder on a doll?
No. After about 30 or so, maybe a little bit more minutes, he'll leave the barracks with a ruined target dummy behind him. And yeah, he's gonna go and find. Yeah, he's gonna go and find go walk and find a good spot to where he can see the ocean and just stare out and contemplate for a little bit for like another 30 or so minutes before heading back to the barracks.
Sure. The best view for that would definitely be the ballroom in which the Half Moon Ball took place. It's very quiet, very echoey. All you hear is just a slight bit of hustle and bustle in that same window that you remember the veiled shade went through after your big fight that went down here. It's just that same view of the city and the dock district and the setting sun in the distance. Before you head off into bed. Kahdani, was there anything else before you headed back?
Nothing really. She's just gonna be struggling with the letter for a little bit. And yeah, nothing really else from her.
Okay. We then go to Happy Harpies, which is located in north of Valheim. Sorry. My bad.
Are you checking O's here?
No. Damn. Okay. So we travel to Happy Harpies, and with that, the outside of it is just the staple, just like children's colors, this like orange and blue and red and yellow, and this big huge like illustration of like a cartoonishly drawn harpy that is plastered on the front of it as it showcases the name of the establishment, Happy Harpies. And from inside the set of double doors and through the see-through windows, you see many kids and adults running around, throwing things. Just it seems a little chaotic in there. Would you like to go in?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So when you go inside, you instantly get the idea that this is just pretty much like a giant like play park area for kids. Lots of areas to climb, to slide, to jump, to skip, to run, to bounce, just to do everything that a kid would want to do. And the smell of like very processed food like hits your nostrils, and even like that little bit of humidity and that stickiness that you smell from children, you know. And what's really noticeable is a giant mascot of that same cartoonish harpy that you saw out front. And there is a swarm of kids around it, just tugging at it and hugging it and hitting it as it dances around and tries to evade all the contact. If you want to make a perception check to see if you can spot Serash or Damien.
I'd like to, yeah, either one of them. Let's say, okay, that's a 9. Perception, right?
Yeah, perception.
14.
Okay, so along with the play areas and the mascot, there are also tables that are set aside as sort of like a cafeteria dining room situation. And you see the back of Serash's form sitting down in the dining area.
I'll go sit next to him. I heard that Damien was dying.
Sir, he's caught off guard. Uh, how did you know that we were here?
Loretta told me.
Oh, I see. Well, yes, Damien is currently on the monkey bars, and he gestures over to one of the play areas where Damien is swinging upside down, holding up the line for a couple other kids who are trying to play on it. I'm just waiting on our dinner.
You mean here?
You say that again?
You mean here?
Yes, Damien is quite fond of the pork burgers.
Is that so?
Very much. It is his treat. Not to alarm you, but he was quite upset earlier about your departure, but bringing here always makes him happier and sort of forget about it. You know, at this age, he's working on emotional regulation, so.
I'm not troubled by it. Well, the food, I mean.
Yes, I certainly wouldn't put anything that they serve here in my mouth, but the kid lives once.
That is the case.
Is everything all right? Is there a reason for this venture?
I simply wanted to make sure that Damien was alright.
He is just fine. He makes friends quite easily. Very unlike.
I've seen. And unlike.
Say
unlike
that.
who?
Well, with all due respect, unlike yourself and Loretta, he seems to have brought a shine to the house.
Well, his mother is one who was quite more social than me.
And have you heard of anything from the mother?
Unfortunately not. I do not have access to communication with her. Sorry, I'm distracted by...
No, that's okay. I see it too. I lost my train of thought.
But I would wish to... If I could, I would. Only I'm not sure where she resides at the moment.
Did she have any other forms of communication? Perhaps friends or other family members?
None that I am aware of. We kept in communication through various means in the past, but it later past events have made it quite difficult. I'm trying to, with the help of Damien, find a source where I can potentially reach her. Although attempting such would perhaps be troubling on her end, so I do not wish to mingle too much in the affair.
Well, what happens when he does go back? Do you want him to go back?
You mean Damien?
Yes. We've all gotten used to him.
If I could make a decision, I would prefer him and his mother to stay here. It was a plan long ago. But life has gotten in the way.
Off in the distance, you hear, "We got a pork burger for Mr. Sarish. Sarish pork burger." As you look up, you see what you assume to be an employee wearing a cooking outfit, as Sarosh does run over quickly to get it. And as he does, Damien runs over to him, saying, "Oh, my pork burger, my pork burger! You should have seen me on those murky walks. I was climbing, I was swinging. Oh, it was so cool, Dad." And that's
Hi,
where we're
Damien.
gonna end.
No!
How dare you?
Oh, my
Did
heart!
he just call Sarash Dad?
Oh no!
Oh.
Ow.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so hurt.
Oh,
I'm
no.
truly hurt.
Aw.
Oh.